Hey YouTube, Jim here, coming in with another video. I want to show you guys what I've been picking up lately. Got a bunch of cards here. Hall of Fame rookie card. I have one. I have a few other cards of Hall of Famers and a bunch of possible future Hall of Fame rookie cards. But first I want to open a package that I received in the mail the other day. I wasn't expecting anything. It is from my friend Mike Matei, known here on YouTube as TTM Mike. He didn't tell me he was sending anything, so I was surprised to get it. And I have no idea what's in here, so I'm gonna open this up right now and we're gonna check this out together. Looks like he sent me a Kmart 1982 20th anniversary collector's series. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this has the what is it? Maury Wills. The Maury Wills that shows a card that was actually never produced. Let me just take a look at that. There's a little note here. Hey Jim, hope all is well. Found these at the yard sale and thought you might enjoy them. They'll at the very least bring back some hobby memories of yesteryear. Enjoy. Thanks. Mike, TTM Mike. Oh, Mike, that's awesome, man, dude. I appreciate that. Appreciate you thinking of me. And just want to take a quick peek in here. Some gum in there. Wow. Hang on. Man, look at this gum. Wowzers. That's some nasty looking stuff right there. I don't think I'm going to eat that one. Anyway, this is the Kmart set. So it was, you can see they commemorated the rookie cards of different players. There's Fred Lynn. That's a card that didn't exist either, actually. Fred Lynn was on one of those multiple player cards in '75. There's Yaz. I wanted to find the Maury Wills. Should be Maury Wills should be in here. Anyway, I'll find it after. It shows Maury Wills on a 1962 Topps. Here it is. So actually, this is one of the top 100 cards of the 80s right here. The PSA set registry. So yeah, so that shows there's that 62 Topps Maury Wills is not an actual card. The only place you can see that is right here on this Kmart set. So very cool. So thanks for that, Mike. Really appreciate that, brother. Mike's a good guy. He does a lot more than TTMs on his channel. He rips packs and he does PSA and SGC submissions. So I'll leave a link to his channel. Go check him out if you're not familiar with him. He's a good dude. All right, so now I'm going to show some of my pickups. So first and foremost, I was at a card shop locally here, and I came across this Roberto Clemente 1959 Topps. Obviously not in the best of conditions. Corners are dinged up, and it was apparently left maybe on display somewhere where it got too much sun. It's all faded, but still Roberto Clemente. Back looks pretty good, other than being off center. But I get this card for 25 bucks, so I really couldn't pass it up. It was a no-brainer at the time. It's like, well, I could buy a blaster of 2021 Topps Series 1 or Heritage, or I could buy this 59 Clemente. So pretty much a no-brainer there. And also, I got this very nice 1997 Pinnacle Express. This is a sample card of the melting pot insert set that they had that year. Is Derek Jeter. Very nice card. You see it says sample there. There's the back. Also says sample there. So the melting pot inserts were numbered to 500. You can see that says 000 500 because it's a sample. I'm not sure how many samples were issued, but I have to believe it probably wasn't more than 500. So anyway, there's that. Next I'm gonna show you this one that I also picked up at the card shop. And the reasoning why I picked this up is because first off, it's Pedro Martinez. So he's one of my favorite all-time players. But this card was $10. So I'll take a 92 Leaf Gold Rookies Pedro Martinez slabbed up in a PSA slab for $10 all day long. I mean, it's only a 7, but who cares? It still looks great. And like I said, $10 was a good deal in my view. So I grabbed that. It's actually not a true rookie card of his. His true rookie card was in the 91 Upper Deck update set. But still very sweet. Now I'm going to show you my 60th addition to my PSA set registry for post-war Hall of Famers. Kirby Pocket, 1984 Flair update. Just a great card, great player, great set. A lot of really good rookies in there. Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden, Roger Clemens, Kirby Pocket, and I could be missing a couple others, but yep, great set. I really kind of screwed myself a little bit because I had actually bought this card last fall and just wasn't happy with it. When I got it, like this card is nice and white around the edges. The one that I bought, it was a 9 also, but it was almost slightly discolored or had that tannish color around the edges, and I just wasn't happy with it, so I returned it. And of course, you know, like everything else since last fall to now, the prices have gone crazy, so I paid a lot more for this one than I did that last one, but much happier with the condition of it. So there's that. And so now I'm going to show some future Hall of Famers, or possibly future Hall of Famers. These are all rookie cards that I've picked up recently. And, you know, it's one of my favorite conversations to have is, you know, who should be in the Hall of Fame, who shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, who will get in, who won't get in. And just think it's a great topic. I always love the debate and the conversation and to hear people's thoughts and ideas on that. So this first one I'm going to show is a 1997 Bowman, Adrian Beltray. Just a beautiful card. I really like the set. Something that Topps doesn't do anymore, Bowman in this case, but look at, you see the etching, like the etching on his jersey and stuff. Just really adds to the appeal, the eye appeal of the card. Something that they don't do anymore that I think that they should get back to. And just a sweet card. So Adrian Beltray, obviously 3,166 hits, 477 home runs, and 1,707 runs batted in for his career. He also was a 5-time Gold Glove winner. I think he's pretty much a no-brainer to get into the Hall of Fame. He also has a 93.5 career WAR, which is wins above replacement, which I always look at WAR when I'm looking into, you know, considering players whether or not they should be into the Hall of Fame, because, you know, that the WAR statistic pretty much sums up a player's total contributions to his team, you know, based on hitting, fielding, base running. You know, it takes into account a lot. And you know, the higher values, you know, reflecting larger contributions to a team's success. So 93.5 is pretty high. I mean, to compare that to a player that is considered to be the greatest player of this current generation, Mike Trout, Mike Trout's career WAR is 75.2, so you can see the difference, quite a big difference there, with Beltray being significantly higher. And just as an example, the all-time highest career WAR would be Babe Ruth at 182.5, which is just crazy. So next up, Carlos Beltran. That's his rookie card, 1995 Topps Traded. So Beltran had 2,725 hits, 435 home runs, and 1,587 career runs batted in. He was also a 3-time Gold Glove winner, and his career WAR is fairly high too, 70.1. I think eventually he probably will get into the Hall of Fame. It's going to take him a while. This is also an uncorrected error card. That's actually not Carlos Beltran there. That is a teammate of his, Juan LeBron, as you see. It says there on the label. But I mean, I think it's going to take a while for Beltran, but I think eventually he will get into the Hall of Fame. You know, he's going to have that little cloud hanging over his head for a while with that scandal where he was actually the ringleader of the sign stealing scandal there with the Astros. But I think eventually that'll pass by and he probably will get into the Hall of Fame at some point. So next up, I've got a 1990 Upper Deck. Juan Gonzalez. This is his rookie card. You know, Gonzalez, you know, obviously he was tied up with the steroids and all that, which, you know, is going to put a cloud over a lot of these guys. But, you know, he had 434 home runs, and he was a 2-time MVP, once in 96 and again in 98. But I really don't think his numbers, you know, even if the steroid era guys start getting into the Hall of Fame, I don't think his numbers really warrant an MVP selection. I mean, he had 1,936 hits, 1,404 runs batted in with a 295 career batting average. You know, good numbers, but to me, not Hall of Fame caliber. Next up is another steroid guy. Another dislikable guy, Sammy Sosa. So this is his 90 Leaf card. And Sosa had 2,408 hits, 609 career home runs, 1,667 runs batted in. And he was a National League MVP in 1998 when he had 66 home runs and 158 runs batted in to go along with a 308 batting average. And that was that crazy season where McGuire and Sosa were chasing after the record of Roger Maris there. So, you know, Sosa, if they ever start letting steroid era guys in, I think Sosa would have to be strongly considered. Next, I have an 86 Fred McGriff. Just a sweet card. This card is also part of the top 100 baseball cards of the 1980s set registry for PSA that I'm working on, so that's an addition for that. And McGriff had a very solid career, 2,490 hits, 493 home runs, 1,550 runs batted in. You know, if he had 7 more home runs, he would have been in the 500 career home run club, and that probably would give him a better chance at the Hall of Fame. Kind of on the fence with him, not really sure personally. I could make a good point for and against his Hall of Fame selection at this point. But next up, 1974 Topps, Dave Parker. Now, Parker had 2,712 hits, 339 home runs, and 1,493 runs batted in with a 290 career batting average. And he was also the National League MVP in 1978 and a 3-time Gold Glove winner. More than likely, he's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame at some point. You know, his career numbers are borderline, I think. But he was a great player, and he had a stretch where he was just one of the best players in baseball. So there's the Cobra. And lastly, I've got a 1960 Topps Jim Cott. This is the only picture I have here on my list. This is the last card. And so Cott had 283 wins, 237 losses, and a 3.45 career ERA. And so He also is a 16-time Gold Glove winner, which is second all-time behind Greg Maddux, who had 18. He played a long time, played till he was 44 years old, 25 years in the major leagues. And, you know, I don't necessarily think longevity warrants Hall of Fame selection, but I do think Cott should be in. I mean, he did play 25 years, and his last 7 years were not overly productive. He only had 47 wins in his last 7 seasons. But overall, he did have 283 wins, which is significant, and I think the 16-time Gold Gloves puts him over the top, in my opinion, where I do think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And I actually bought this card first. I put a bid in on this, an opening bid of $15, and didn't expect to win it. Meanwhile, I bought the slabbed version, and then after that, the auction ended, and I ended up winning this for the opening bid, which is very nicely centered. It just still has a few little print spots on it, and the coloring is definitely not as nice as the slab version, but for $15, that was a nice pickup there. So now I have a slabbed and a raw copy of that. So that's it, guys. This is a long video. I appreciate anybody who hung in there. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions on some of these guys. Who you think should be in, who do you don't think should be in, and I appreciate everyone watching. Bye for now.